Welcome back to the A4 Skyhawk. We're going to be trying to do some bombing practice again today, but this time we're going to use the air-to-ground radar as intended for the plane. Apparently, the original version of like adjusting the mills and all of that stuff is more of a World War II era kind of thing, and they specifically added the air-to-ground radar for bombing as like a first generation CCIP or something to that effect. So we're going to try to use that today to maybe get a little bit more accurate results in our situation here. So let's go ahead and get this set to air to ground. We will get, okay, yeah, that's on there. Let's get our bombs set up. And we're going to set them up in a single ripple pattern. I'm going to set them up to do 6 at a time. Do I want to do 6? Or no, we're going to do them in a single step pattern, just to practice. Just to practice. We'll be up here for a little bit. And then we'll set the bombing computer to the computer part. We're going to set the fusing to nose to tail. We're going to turn the master switch on. We're going to set our pitch trim to where it's supposed to be. I'm actually going to see about, there we go, now that's a little bit better. Get our flaps set to half. And ideally, we should be ready to go. So let's go ahead, full throttle, hop up off the deck here. And away we go. Keep ourselves centered down the runway with brakes until the rudder starts to work, which I think is when the airspeed comes alive. That's probably about when the rudder starts to work. Aircraft should take itself off once we're at the point. I'm gonna give a little bit more back stick to keep the nose from bouncing. Let our airspeed continue to climb. We have a positive gear up. Going to keep the flaps up for just a second until we're firmly established in the climb, and then flaps will start going up. All right, so ideally, we shouldn't have to worry about, the radar should take care of releasing the bomb when it needs to release, so we just put the aim point where we need to put the aim point, and ideally it should all work, so we'll see. Our target is off in that direction. There's an airfield over that way. So we're going to start turning a little bit more to the left. I thought I'd turned far enough, but I guess not. Get our radar altimeter up, because why not? So our target's right over here. Climb up to, 5,000-6,000 feet, something like that. Maybe 10,000, I'm not sure. But we'll try bombing one at a time just to kind of get practice with using the bombing computer on this system. Because apparently the way it works is if you point yourself at the target, the radar kind of figures out, the radar works with the computer to kind of figure out when the bomb needs to drop off based off of your current, I guess, speed and orientation to the target. So ideally, the only thing we end up having to do is just push the button when it's time. So I think there's an in-range thing that ends up showing up when we're ready. And then we hold the weapon release button until the bomb comes off. I believe the labs light will turn on, and I think it turns off when the bomb actually comes off the rail. So we'll see, but I don't know. I'm gonna give ourselves So bombing in this aircraft is very much like bombing is in every other aircraft. You kind of get yourself into position and then you roll into the target. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more altitude. Just going to go ahead and do it now. Pitch trim a little bit to null out some of the moving around. feel like that... Oh. Yeah, I don't feel like that actually did anything. We have all of our stations selected. Everything's set the way it's supposed to be set. Fuses are armed. Computer is set. So I'm not sure... I mean, do we have... I'm not sure what the problem with that was. Let's swing around. I guess we'll try it again. Whoa. Oh, I don't have full throttle. I was like, what's going on here? So we'll swing back around and try again. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know. It seemed to me that as long as it's set to the computer and your air-to-ground radar is turned on, then it should work. Both of our arming switches are turned on. Let's try turning off all of those and just have it set to the middle here. See if that makes any bit of a difference. Still trying to climb. Come on. Let's roll in. Oh! Well, at least we dropped the bomb that time. Yeah, I guess you have to be super careful about not pulling up too hard, because every time I try to yank on the stick to do that, it's not like the F-18. It will actually try to do that, and it apparently breaks the wings. So maybe we won't do that this time. Let's try this again. Let's, alright, so we'll get that off. We'll get this set to air to ground. We'll get this set to air to ground. Get our safety switches set. That's set. We'll just do one bomb at a time, get this set to the computer, get our pitch trim set to 8, get our flaps set to half, and ideally that's good. Okay. So yeah, we just need to flip back up and around. I'll bring you guys back once we get there. Alright, we are rapidly approaching our target zone here. And alright. Try rolling in again. I'm going to try to look out for the in-range thing, like we're supposed to see. I don't remember seeing that pop up on either of the bombing runs we did before. So I don't know. Okay, it's in range. I don't know how to know when the actual bomb comes off the rail. Yeah, I don't know how to know when the bomb comes off the rail. Oh, I never noticed the climb thing here. Well, I guess that would help with establishing pitch and climb for that. Way easier than trying to use this. Alright, let me get spun back around here. Ugh. So yeah, there's a lot of pitch trim that has to happen. All right. So we have a station selected. We're set to single step. Nav computer, radar's on. So I'm not sure what the deal is here. I don't. The problem is that I'm not 100% sure on what I'm doing here. Okay, so we are in range. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's coming off the rail. I'm not sure what to do about that. Did I turn around too far? Now I've lost track of the area. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it would be nice if it had some kind of an indication that let me know, hey, the bomb came off. There you go. Have fun with that. This is the part I'm struggling with because, like with the F-18, you get a notification, or you get some kind of an indication that the bomb came off. Pull back on the throttle. Bombs are coming off. So I'm slightly confused by what I'm missing here. We have the switches armed. We have a station selected. We have it set to the nav computer. We have the air-to-ground radar on. So I don't know. I'm super confused. Let's try putting it on a salvo here. Okay, well, we had bombs finally come off that time. So I'm confused, like... I'm confused. Is there something... Does the light just turn off? Because the tutorial I was watching had the confused. Fuses are on. I'm super confused right now. So what made it... I'm confused. I'm not getting this. What made it come off that time, but not the other times? And it doesn't seem like they're actually exploding either. We'll roll in on this island here. Sorry. I'm not understanding something. There's definitely something I'm not understanding. I don't know. If you have any suggestions let me know in the comments, but I'm not really understanding what I'm missing here. I thought it was something along the lines of the once you hold down the button, the system will release a weapon when it's ready to go, when it's ready to fall off, when it's ready to come off. So I'm missing something here. And I don't know what it is. Let's get back over towards where our targets are. And we'll try this one more time, but I think I might be coming in too steep. Maybe the ground radar doesn't like I mean, it's supposed to be able to do that. Let's try to go for a little bit more of a shallow angle here. See if maybe we can get a hit on one of these guys. Doesn't help that the weight of the aircraft is yanking me to the left. So is it one of those... Yep, okay. So I'm vaguely recalling from the tutorial I watched that something about pulling the target up through the vertical indicators there. So maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe once I start pulling up, that's when is that when it's going to start trying to calculate when to release the bomb? Is that the part of this that I'm missing? Oop, too fast. Let's try this again and see if maybe we can get a little bit better of a result here. I can't seem to get my roll trim established either. So that's not helping. So my understanding is you got to get the pipper on the target. Oops, too much. And then you pull, oop, and then we pull up like that. So yeah, okay. I think I'm kind of getting the idea. So I'm guessing that the pulling up of the aircraft is what triggers it to pull, is what triggers the system to release the bomb, and it releases it based off of your pull. So, do we have any more bombs left? We have one more bomb left. Let's give this a try. Let's give this one more try and see if I can get a little bit better of a result. Let's back around that way. Let's speed things up a little bit. Hello. Alright, let's try this one more time. Okay. So once we're in range... we can hold the target. Hold on. Nice if I could actually hold this, but... really missed. But okay, at least now I understand kind of how the system works. So we'll try, I'll practice some more, hopefully on my own. We'll come back again and try and see if we can get a little bit better at this. I'm having a really hard time controlling the fine-tuned motion of the aircraft, but that's to be expected in one of these older jets because they don't have flight control assists. So there's all of that. But anyways, I guess we have a little bit of time to go try to land. Let's head back. Unfortunately, I don't... For whatever reason, there's some kind of a problem with the comms menu. I can usually access it on the ground, but it does not let me access it in the air. I'm not sure why that is, but it is a recurring problem. So we're just going to head back to the airfield and try to do our carrier-style landing here. If I could find it. Oh, why does it zoom you in right on top of it? So I'm actually going to swing around this way. Pull back on the throttle so we don't overspeed. We've already got our radar altimeter set, so we'll just go ahead and swing by the right side of the airfield here and practice our carrier approach. Oh, we don't have the radar altimeter on, I guess. Thought we did. Yeah, a little low now. It's alright though, we need to bleed off some airspeed here. Get our... Oh crap, I forgot to set the... Oh, no, it's on. Okay, it was on. Well, this isn't going exactly to plan, but whatever. We'll start getting ourselves around the pattern here. I don't even know what the reciprocal heading was. I was too busy screwing around with... trying to get everything set up. Don't do that. No. Start descending a little bit. I'm actually going to pause for a second because I do need to know what the heading is for this. 25 and 07. Trying to get the throttle. Come on. Throttle just does not respond fast enough. Is the throttle engaged? I thought it was. I guess it was not. Alright, we're supposed to be on a 2.5 heading. Sorry. Maybe move over here. Start adding some pitch trim to mitigate some of these controls. This is not how you're supposed to land, but, you know. What can you do? Okay. We're gonna let the altitude come down slowly, so we can get back down to the 600-ish. I mean, when you're doing it on land like this, the radar altimeter is not exactly the most reliable thing in the world, and technically, from an airfield, I think you're supposed to be at 1,000 feet AGL. But we're practicing. I like to practice my carrier landings, so we're gonna maintain the numbers that you would normally do for a carrier landing. So it says it's supposed to be 070 is the reciprocal heading, but I think my astigmatism is screwing with me. It makes it look like it's going more off in that direction than this direction. That's going to be my assumption anyway. Wait till we get around to the end of the thing here, and we'll start doing our 20-degree turn to the left. I'm going to try to maintain 600 feet until we get all the way around. Manually control with the stick, unlike the F-18, mostly because the throttle response is so slow. I'm gonna actually flatten out because we were way too far away from the airfield. We're really high, so we'll try to mitigate some of that. Go ahead and pop up like this. Crap. Well, this is going to be a crap landing, but that's fine. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that. Be sure to click the like button, subscribe to help us reach 10,000 subscribers. Join as a member for early access to videos, among other perks where you can just leave YouTube's version of a tip with the thanks button. So again, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to come back for tomorrow's episode, and I'll see you then.